Today's Monday mystery game, number 627, is none other than
781. It's the Galloping Ghost Arcade.
Your Monday mystery game, number 961, 965, 967, 969 on the road to 1,000. It's none other than, 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 and it's none other than, it's none other than, it's none other than, it's none other than, number 992. And number 993 is none other than. Game number 994 is none other than. 996 is none other than. Monday Mystery Games number 998 and 999 are none other than. I've had so many people asking, what is this game? What could be game 1000? And everybody's like, the last weeks of Monday Mystery, I've been saying, honestly, who knows? I don't know. The reason being is we didn't have it running. We had a couple of games to pick from. We had some stuff that would knock people out. But through it all, we ended up with a game we wanted. And why are we running hours behind? Well, the game wasn't working. And we literally, in this building, have a backup game because you weren't going to get the game. It wasn't going to happen. I needed this to be game 1000. But apparently, the game works. We ready? Yes. Game 1000 coming up. All right. Your Monday mystery game, game number 1000, is none other than Road Blaster. Released from Data East back in 1985. Let me tell you, I've got stories about this game. I've been on the hunt for this game for the longest time. Original cabinet. I do love my Laserdisc games. I've been in touch. I've been talking with Yoshi Kishimoto, the game's creator, and messaging him. We were trying to get him to fly out for the big event. We have many, many questions to ask Master Yoshi about this game's design. He likes and he designed games around revenge. This car might look a little familiar. When the garage door opens, you might think that's a little familiar because you've seen it in another game. You've seen it in Double Dragon. Same garage door, same car. Your girlfriend gets kidnapped. Not until the second one when the garage door opens. Oh, she's shot in the second one. They just kill her in the second one. Brutal, brutal. This guy told a story of revenge. This was going to be our Valentine's Day game several times because what a response. Oh, Valentine's Day. Oh, distasteful. I thought it was funny. All right, Lumble, start it up. Let's see some Road Blaster. It is Dragon's Lair rules where it's you follow the arrows. 2 button, accelerate and brake, and left and right. Random start stage. You got to hold it. Hold it till it goes away. Left. Right. Right again. So we had this board in the vaults. We managed to track down a board for Road Blaster and Cobra Command. We eventually bought a fully restored Cobra Command from Kyle Dracup. Running on the original Laserdisc. We talked with our friend, an amazing engineer, Matt Owensby. You up next. You want to go? You go. You're the wheel man. You can play this. 2. Brandon stepping up. So Laserdisc games are notorious for going down. We saw it nearly impossible to keep Laserdisc players running this long. Matt Owensby made the Dexter, which is a Laserdisc replacement. It keeps all of the original boards and only replaces the Laserdisc, which the timing has to be perfect, otherwise nothing's going to sync up. Unfortunately, the Laserdisc player that Data East used could not work with the Dexter. And our Cobra Command would eventually go down. We put in a replacement Laserdisc player that we had earmarked for Road Blaster, but it showed that these Laserdisc players were not going to last. We talked with Matt. He was unsure if he could actually make this happen. He was leaning against it, that he could get the Dexter to work with the Sony Laserdisc player that was in it.
It indicates whether you should brake or accelerate too, it seems like.
It does.
Yeah, and then so you can like ram the cars in front of you.
You have to, like if it says ram, you have to ram. All right. Should we let some, let's have Eddie step on up to play. Eddie.
I love Laserdisc games.
I know you love them. Coincidentally, wearing a Road Blasters, plural.
I love this game because there's 3 names. It's Road Blaster, Road Avenger, and Road Prosecutor.
You know your history, man.
And that's the card from Double Dragon, and just like its sister game,
Cobra Command.
Cobra Command, that's the helicopter from that game in there.
We'll keep the suspense. Turbo is blue, red is brake. Such the collaborative effort to restore this game. We had to call upon Brandon's art skills and then his engineering skills. He did quite a few. When they convert a game, usually they're drilling buttonholes all over the control panel. Brandon has come up with a way to create button plugs that fill those holes so we can repopulate it without having to have plexi on it, because the original didn't have plexi on it. Then, the original stick that we had a trigger on it. Brandon had to engineer a new trigger cover, because no need for this game to have a trigger. He did that earlier today. You know, nothing. This game was literally a husk this morning. and it was not together, and we hit every problem. We had to call upon Joe down at Galloping Ghost Garage to weld in some screws so we could bottom mount the joystick, which he's a phenomenal at welding, and it's such an asset to Galloping Ghost. You wouldn't think so. We're like, Joe, we need you to weld this up. He returned it. He also sandblasted the entire control panel down to the original steel to allow us to make the artwork stick perfectly.
I got to finally play this. You guys know I love my Laserdisc games, and this is a very rare one. I've never actually played it before, and man, am I glad. It's the only place in the world you can play it is Galloping Ghost Arcade. That's right.